will be my backup. Okay, so we should be broadcasting. It says we're live.
The broadcast is live.
All right, so here I'm going to start with my turn the fan off. Here's the intro. I got to update my intro. Welcome to the Geek Homeworld. I am your host.
I'm doing the Zemo,
aka Savage Tech Man. We talk sci-fi, TV, movies, superheroes, and all from a geek perspective. You can find us on Blogger, Google Plus, Twitter,
Google Plus,
Facebook,
Google Plus doesn't
YouTube.
Google Plus. Oh shit,
we're everywhere. Join the Geek Homeworld. I'm talking right over the intro.
That's okay.
That's just bad.
People know your intro already if they're watching your show. They already know it.
Now let's see. I want to see comments if they pop up. So they'll pop up there. So I just click. Okay.
Yeah, just switch over to comments.
So I guess we're live. I want to just
we are live
to see if it's live on the. Oh, it's showing up on my channel there. I don't know how to pimp this to the share. How about that? I'll just share that.
Hey, share it. Awesome.
Join us live now on
maybe
YouTube.
Somebody will join us.
We'll see. It's late. Well, I mean,
in some parts of the country it's late.
Yeah, I have 27 subs. I'm a growing YouTube channel.
Woo, me too.
I've been podcasting longer.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, good. I can see there's 2 people watching. Now I'm.
Woo! Hello, people.
That's us too, I think.
I'm not watching it. I'm live.
I've got it. I don't know if you can see it here. I've got it up on the phone here. So.
Yes, I see that. Awesome.
Yeah.
You just saw me waving.
Did I see you waving? Yeah, I see you waving. So. Oh wow, it's delayed. If you can see, it's delayed.
Yeah, I saw that was delayed because I was like, oh, I just waved like a minute ago, and
the robot, it's doing it. Okay, that's freaking me out. But let's see. We got to get over here to I can't change my sound bank. How do I change my sound bank?
Quit playing with your buttons.
I got too many doggone buttons. I don't even remember how to fire phasers. So we're gonna start talking here. I'm gonna play around with this and see. Ooh, does that look better?
Awesome. Yeah, I think that looks a little better.
That looks better. Oh, that looks better.
No, my God.
Oh God. That's
fine, or the way it was before.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, hey, that's good.
That's good. Yeah. Because you're kind of like way back there. And I'm kind of like, I'm always like leaning into the camera. Here. I was like, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can anyone hear me? So I'm seeing there's a delay on the camera here. It's
yes, funny. People, this is just us goofing around because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, this is my first time doing StreamYard, which I started doing in StreamYard, and I got to look at the camera. Where's the camera? Right there. Am I looking at it?
Yeah, you're pointing. You just stuck your finger in my eye, dude.
Where's your finger at? But we'll see if anybody actually gets on here. But so welcome to the Geek Homeworld. This is testing StreamYard. We're doing a live chat here. This is totally unscripted, kind of like how. We'll talk about how we met.
How we met. We both used to work at Walmart many years ago.
Before the empire, and but no, and yeah. So we met. We started podcast.
2008. Yeah, because I remember we did that 2009 Star Trek episode. I remember doing that one.
Yeah, and I want to say, first, I guess I can introduce you. This is Digital Caveman, and your channel is what?
My YouTube channel is Digital Caveman Presents. Generally, if you just search Digital Caveman, it should pop up. But if not,
and that's
put the Presents on there, and
with 2 N's.
With 2 N's, not like it's spelled on the ticker, like it's spelled.
Is it spelled on my picture? It's spelled on the ticker. Hold on.
You got Digital Caveman Presents right, but. Anyway, it's all good.
The ticker. Well, take me to that. Hide the ticker. Maybe I gotta hide it for a second so I can edit it. Okay. We're doing this live. It's right on the ticker.
Live editing.
Scroll across the bottom. It says digital. Oh, I did it right.
Yeah,
you're right.
one of them you did right, and one of them you only had one in.
Well, you're about to see it. Geek Homeworld live chat with Digital Caveman with 2 N's of Digital Caveman presents. Oh, that should be capital. You know, my grammar, I've got to correct that.
It's not like YouTube search uses capitals, you know.
Yeah. Okay, show that. Okay.
And you know, that doesn't stop me. Every time I go to do tags, I still use capital letters, even though, you know, after about 15 of them, I'm like, I don't have to capitalize this crap. Why am I still doing it? But it's out of habit.
Well, I guess you can't move the banners around. So, hey, there's somebody's on here. Say hello, whoever you are.
Hello, please chat with us.
Please chat with us. Hello. How are you? Oops. Have your comment show up here? This is an example.
Well, your comment showed up.
Oh, did I put it on there? Oh,
yeah.
Do you see that?
I see hello. Yes.
You see hello. Oh, so you see the little chat window.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes. I see the little chat window.
But it doesn't. But if I want to show it, oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
This is super easy.
We're going to have to do this for my channel one day so I can see how the little buttons.
Well, I was trying to set this up with the OBS and then run it through there, which I've done that with my radio show.
That sounds overly complicated.
It is, and I know StreamYard's easy, and I don't know on this free version how much you get. Of course, you got the branding. I don't care about the branding being on there, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So
brought to you by
we've got 6 people
brought to you by
here.
StreamYard.
Please say hello in the chat, whoever you are, so we know you're here. And I'm Ed of Geek Homeworld, and I've got Digital Caveman of Digital Caveman Presents, and you review a lot of different things. You found a niche. Let's talk about niches. Your niche is you have what is it? You have transform.
I have non-Transformers Tuesday. I started out doing Transformer reviews,
right?
Because you know I had a backlog of stuff to review, but I didn't want to run out of material. I wanted to keep everything running smoothly, so to speak. And so I let some other stuff besides Transformers back up on me. And I said, well, you know what? I got enough stuff now. I can start dropping 2 videos. I could probably start dropping 3-4 videos a week now at this point. But I decided I'll drop Tuesdays and Fridays. So Fridays was all my first drops, and they were all Transformers videos. So I said, well, on Tuesdays, I'll drop stuff that's not Transformers, and I'll call it Non-Transformer Tuesday. Although I probably should have switched that up and made it Transformer Tuesday and free Friday.
What days are your videos coming out? Like your Transformers ones?
Currently, they are coming out. Transformers are on Friday, and I generally drop them at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays, also, it's non-Transformers videos on Tuesdays, also at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So do you do the reviews basically? You do the unboxings and all that. You've done a behind the scenes. I requested.
Yeah, I usually do some behind the scenes stuff on Instagram. Which, if you follow me on Instagram, you just saw one where I was starting out doing a video, and I hit the camera and I said some things that weren't real nice.
Yeah,
and I knew I said, well, I'm not going to put that on. Son of a beatus.
Diabetes. It got us both.
You know, so if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that video on there. Where my camera goes for a wackadoo.
We met working years ago. Oh, and by the way, I'm all over the place tonight, so because I've not rehearsed any of this, so I said let's just get on here and do something live on my channel.
Sounds like old times.
Sounds like old times. It sounds like the Digital Man Cave podcast, which is still available. Exactly. And it's still getting downloads to this day, even though we ended it in 2014 when I started Geek Homeworld. And I actually, if I got my date correctly, everything I've started has been on September the 7th, I think.
Well, that's better than it being on September the 11th.
Yeah, but that's when I started it. We started to put the first Digital Man Cave episode out, and it's on all platforms. And then we did that for 6 years. We did that and ended it.
I was in the beginning. I was on there every episode, and then
it kind of we had different people float in and out of the podcast over the years, and it was very unscripted, and then eventually it got scripted.
Yeah, we had a sort of an outline to start out with. We had like what was it? You would start out. We'd talk about movie numbers.
Box office
and stuff like that, and then we'd move into let's talk about movies, and that went off the rails, and then it was okay, well, let's move on to the next section, and there might have been computer stuff, and okay, and then that went off the rails, and
right,
so we ended up with like 5-hour episodes in the beginning.
By the way, I want to shout out to anybody on your Discord or my Discord or a couple of the Discord servers that I'm in. So if you're there, please just type hello so we know you're there. We know who's actually here watching. We got 6 people watching, which is awesome.
I hope that means your video got 6 likes.
Very good.
So if you haven't liked the video and you're watching it, click that like button.
Click that like button. Show love for us content creators.
Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ding that bell, folks.
I almost dinged the bell. I'm listening to it. But I don't want to ding my own bell. That doesn't sound right.
Yes, please don't ding your own bell.
But let's see. So yeah, we did Digital Man Cave from 08 to 14. And then
folks, there's some fun episodes in there. Like we had the
we always did the titles.
Duke Nukem versus
we had our
Samuel L. Jackson versus
we had
Duke Nukem, and we had the little apps on our phones with the voice clips, and
it was stupid fun. We were dumb and just stupid back then.
Yes,
and we're just older stupid now.
Yeah, so not much has changed. So.
Not much has changed. But then I did the Geek Homeworld thing. I started that in 2014, and I put the promo out there, and then my mom passed away, and it literally just took me out of everything. So it was a weird time, and so really kind of 2015 is when I put out the first official episode, the podcast Awakens. That's Geek Homeworld.
Yeah.
And so it's been this September will be all right. I'm counting off screen here. Actually, I'm not. Let's see. 15, 16,
yes, I can
17,
see you.
18, 19, 20, 21. It'll be 7 years. I'm doing a podcast. So and we passed 150. So we're like, this is, I don't know if I count this as an episode yet. Hey, we got some people in there.
Hello, Bike Channel. Hello.
I'm going to put you on screen there.
I don't know who that is. Maybe is that somebody
Bike
you know?
Channel. It says, hi, big sexy. Okay. I don't know who you are, but there you are. Thank you for joining us here on this live stream.
Yes. And for coming out and calling me sexy.
I just assumed you were talking to me.
What? Oh, that I think they want you to eat a bag of dinks.
Oh dear. Okay.
That's not very nice.
That's not very friendly, Bike Channel. I'm not sure why you would say that, but well, anyway, I won't be featuring that on there. Thanks for calling. Let's not call it out if they say something not so nice. But anyway, so yeah, we were podcasting. So I've been doing that for like 7 years, having a good time. Here you go. I'll put this. He said sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We accept.
This literally, you're joining us on the first time I'm using StreamYard, which, I'm late to the party on. And I usually try to do OBS, and I have this really convoluted way. I do the radio show and the podcast versus the other one. And I just, trying to figure it all out. But yeah, so Geek Homeworld basically, well, Digital Caveman.
Yeah, that's
back
me.
up. Yeah, that's you.
Because
I have to look at it because I have because I'm a Georgia fan. Well, I guess, I live in Georgia, and I got
Sports
a thing
ball.
that says "Man Cave," one of those little plaques, and so I was gonna put the Geek Homeworld logo in there, so it would say Geek Homeworld Man Cave. But I have to look at that because if I ever talk about the Digital Man Cave, I think about your name, and I'll say it's a Digital Caveman podcast, but it's not. and you're actually in your lair there.
Yes.
And oh wow, I can't tell you. Well, you see that? Okay, we're not looking at. Okay, somebody said hello.
Oh, that's my son.
Oh,
Hello.
that's your son right there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm looking at the comments from Bike Channel. I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm not going to put it on the screen. Okay. But anyway, so the Digital Man Cave podcast came out of the fact I was getting into podcasting in 2008, and we were there, and you and I just kind of came up with the name. We were the kings of the digital revolution, as we called it back then.
Yeah, that's what we called it.
I'm getting distracted by the chat there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so we did that, and then that's where the name came from, because we're like, oh, Digital Man Cave, that is really cool. And we had a lot.
It's Ryu. Hello.
Oh, okay.
And wifey. Hello.
How do you say that? Gun Ryu?
Gun Ryu.
Okay. And then and cool. I'm not used to this. This is 9 people. It's gonna explode. It's gonna burn up my computer. No, but we were talking just like crazy stuff and on Digital Man Cave podcast, but it came out of that because you literally had, and it's probably updated, but you had every last time I was up there, which was so long ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, at the beginning, when I used to come up there, I'd lug all my stuff up there and we'd podcast. Then we were able to do it remotely.
Yeah.
And that made it a little easier. And then the life got busy, and we didn't get the podcast as much later on. But yeah, you had like every Star Wars battle staged there upstairs. Like,
yes, it has expanded since then. That was just on a 12-inch shelf that ran all the way down the wall, 12 inches wide and then like 42 inches long. And now I've expanded that. I built a table that is 4 foot by 8 foot, and it has 2 levels on it, and that's all Star Wars, 3 3/4 Star Wars.
And you had the I'm gonna bring up a thing, and don't you start using foul language here. But we might talk about Kathleen Kennedy.
Son of a beatus.
Anyway, because you had the
only thing I want to say about Kathleen Kennedy is I hope to Kayla she's on the way out the door. That's
well, and what it made me think of that is because you had all the books, literally all the books that are not canon, but they kind of
used to they were canon. Then Disney bought it and they said, "Oh, we're making new movies, so none of that crap counts anymore,"
which was wrong. And
well, as you can see, they're cherry picking stuff out of that now. That's in Rebels, they brought in Grand Admiral Thrawn. There you go. Hello, Ragnia.
Yeah, and okay, we both rocked the diabetes. I can't even say it right. It's since Brimley, but we had a whole episode about Wilford Brimley. God rest his soul.
Did. But him and that stuff force.
Yeah, but anyway, to get back to okay, I'm very distracted by the chat. I don't know.
Stop looking at it. Block it out.
Yeah, block it out. Yeah, but
I know you can't do that.
I can't. I'm easily distracted. Ooh, squirrel. What? But let's see. I can't change my sound pads on my Rodecaster Pro here. Why? See, I'm already distracted. But anyway, So yeah, we just talked about a lot of stuff on there, but what the reason I mentioned the Kathleen Kennedy thing is we're talking about what Star Wars was for us, and then the stuff that was thrown out of canon. That one of my favorite novelizations or whatever was, of course, there's about 2 or 3 of them. I'm looking at my collection over there off of camera, but my favorite is Darth Plagueis. They should have went that route.
That was a really good book. It added a lot of background to things that led up to episode 1, which of course itself was just a lot of background stuff for the most part. But
right, I can't put this person. Can I show your wife's thing on there? No,
yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
But they
this is gonna be the diabetes.
That's my boy.
That's your boy.
Yes, this is gonna be the sequel to the diabetes episode of from Digital Man Cave.
Yeah. This might be
diabetes
the unofficial
part 2. Just when you thought it was safe to eat sugar.
Eat sugar and die. Well, you need sugar. But God, I was trying to talk about okay, I guess I did. Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about you for a minute. Go ahead, I'll just
that's nice for a change.
Okay, your time's up. Let's see. Okay, I don't know who this
Bike channel. I do believe that name should be Troll Channel.
Well,
so we just won't pay him any attention anymore.
I don't know, unless they say something nice. I thank them for being here, but anyway.
Hey, it's still a view.
It's still a view. That's right.
Still a view.
The algorithm loves you, and so let's talk about your channel. I don't know. I didn't plan anything. This is totally unscripted.
It's off the wall. Yeah.
This is off the wall. Anyway, so you don't do just transfers because you got a better understanding of Discord than I do, and
and I'm just scratching the surface on that. I mean, there's people that know how to run those bots and all that stuff on there. I have no idea how to do all that.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Okay, boom. Anyway, so yeah, but you like did a great job, and you got me on board with Discord, and I'm still learning it. And it's, I thought we were done with text chat and all that, so I don't know. I thought video was the future. Of course, I'm an audio podcaster by nature, and the video, the whole YouTube channel, it all was an afterthought. Had we jumped on board when it was before it was a thing, we could be $1 million creators. We could be MKHD or whatever his name is, okay. Who? What? Okay. Just ignore some people. All right. Oh, here you go. Yes. Hey, we had Romulan ale once at your place, and we no longer for
yes,
and no longer be served a diplomatic.
It's not ever going to be served at anything at my house again.
I know.
Man, that stuff did a number on us.
That was crazy, and yeah, we'll have to do that again sometime. But gosh. So yeah, as I was saying about your Discord, you did a fantastic job with I was overwhelmed because when I got Discord, I didn't know how to turn off the notifications on it. And my phone was blowing up at work because you have so many channels, so well detailed for G.I. Joe, Transformers.
Yeah, and now that's how it looks now. Before it was just kind of jumble of stuff, and it was hard to find anything. And then month or so ago, well, I guess it was 2 months now. I went back and just reformatted. I erased all of it and reformatted everything, and so things are easy to find now. You can find what you're looking for.
But yeah. I mean, you really put it all together really well, and your channel's up on. It's really doing well. I mean, you're getting some traction. Like I was surprised when you surprised me with your first live, or your first guest starring role on what's the gentleman's
Deluxe
podcast?
Baldwin.
Yes. Okay. It was like Alec Baldwin. Is that one of the Baldwins?
No. He's not one of them.
He's just Deluxe.
He's
Baldwin.
Deluxe.
And it was a great show. You should check out Deluxe Baldwin's channel. Sub him if you haven't. And y'all had a very interesting video there. Very interesting conversation, mostly about Transformers, but
Yes.
But okay, I am not looking at the chat.
Yes, you are. You can't help yourself.
I'm like, really? Okay. I'm supposed to mention, I don't want to put it up there, but Peach Sangria.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Those were good times.
Yes.
And way before the pandemic, way before these weird times. So anywho, to make a short story even longer, as
always.
Always. I think it's you. I think it's your influence on me.
Is it me? I'm a bad influence. Is that what it is?
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay.
that sounds right. It couldn't be my fault. So, but yeah, we our love of the podcasting. We would sit around and talk for hours about what films we had watched. Of course, Dark Knight was a big influence on us in 2008. Up to 2012, Avengers, obviously, and 2008 was Iron Man. It was a great year. It was like, really, that's when that's when the film industry changed. Because I was researching like all the way back to like the beginning of the film industry. And I don't live in the basement bike channel. Thank you. It's my own studio. And yeah, but I'm sorry, I will not look at the chat. But we were what was I talking about? Monkeys.
Yeah, Arachnia, batlets are not for borrowing.
Okay. He wants to. Hey, we know that I couldn't go near the batleth. I would like seriously.
I would
hurt
never
myself.
put you near anything sharp.
That's true. I would bump into it and hack off my finger again, but I don't want to do that. But let's see. So what the hell? You say something. What were we talking about? I'm not editing any of this. So I don't
well, you
care.
can. It's live. It's too late.
People are here for fun. I'm always too serious anyway, right?
Yeah, sometimes you are.
Serious. Yeah, I get serious. I used to get political, but I don't do any of that anymore as much. So,
no, just like every other phone call we have.
Yeah,
you keep trying to steer me back in that political thing, and of course, yes, you do. And of course, we politically do not see eye to eye.
Yeah, but the thing about you and I is
you.
we don't always see eye to eye, but we can always find a common ground because we've got a little bit of common sense. We're kind of like the world used to be before social media. Twitter is just a trash can.
It's
I
very
don't really
toxic.
Put anything on there. It's terrible.
I put when I post new videos on there, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put anything out on Twitter. It's not even really worth it. But so what the hell were we talking about? You say something. I don't want to lead this discussion. I know it's
Arachnia is asking about my comic book covers. I'm actually working on a YouTube video with all the covers that I've done so far, and I'm a little I need to update my Discord with some. I've done one or two, since I've posted in there, and I need to get that done. But YouTube is taking up a lot of my time right now.
How about those? Let's see the Death Star. There it is. I've got a. Where's mine?
In fact, Ed, you sent me that for Christmas.
I remember that. Which Christmas?
It lights up and stuff. I don't know.
So does mine.
Like this is 3 or 4 years ago.
This is my. Man, I'm so generous. This lights up too. It's my speaker, whatever. But I don't want to freak out my whole setup here. But you can tell I've got. Well, you can't really see. The shot was much wider. Okay, let's make it all about me for a second. So if you can see, we got Grogu hanging out in this backpack over here. If you can see, I can't point. There we go. And then I've got a lot of my Star Wars stuff up here, a lot of stuff I've done in the film industry that you can't see that's off camera, that direction. And enough about me. And we're back. But
yeah, the last cover I worked on and got some stuff posted on Instagram, Arachnia, was I just finished X-Men #1, the Jim Lee X-Men from 92. I think it was 92. So I just finished that one.
When the X-Men actually come to the MCU, they just need to take the cartoon and just adapt it.
They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. The great Kevin Feige. I can never say his name. Feige. That's why I'm not working there, apparently. I can't say his name. Yes. But so yeah, I just, I don't know what the hell I was going to say. This is why we usually script things a little bit like points, because I'll just go off on a tangent.
Yes, Ed likes to ramble. He's a rambling man.
I never know how to end anything. This stream is going to go on for days and days and days. But let's see. Tell us some more about your channel. What are some things that you got planned? What are some?
Well, this guy right here, I just reviewed Friday, which I got the figure in Thursday, and I did a few pictures, and decided, hey, I can film and edit and all that stuff in one day and have it ready by 4 o'clock when I usually drop my videos. And it ended up being about 7:30 p.m.
Oh my God!
So I really I'm not gonna do any more one-day reviews.
I'm sure it's difficult. I mean, I don't like your setup. I like the fact that you showed us the behind the scenes of how you do it. I mean, you've got your green. What do you want to tell everybody how you have it set up?
I have a green screen and about 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 lights. To light everything up all over the place. I have some diffusers that I made homemade out of some foam board and a trash bag. And it's not funny, but it works. It works, and it was a hell of a lot cheaper than buying some diffusers. So
I mean, you can make lighting work. I have very different variations. You can't see it of lighting that I try here. I've even got the Christmas lights back up here. I don't know if you see them.
Yeah, I see them.
I could plug them in. They're like the blood red kind of color. So
yeah, they probably end up being too bright and washing stuff out.
They do. Like I plan to add some lighting back here inside the cabinet so it'll illuminate more stuff. Get some little sticky lights or some rope lights or LED lights one day. But I'm just too lazy.
She fixed her name.
Oh, digital. Is it Digital Cave Queen?
Yes.
Okay, I'll show that. Should I show that one?
Yes, you can show that one.
The dodo. What is the dodo bot?
She's talking about the doo-doo bot.
Doo-doo. Oh, God.
Yes, there's a transformer. He kind of has a brown deco on him, and that's what that's the name for it. That's been kind of going around the internet. Was doo-doo bot or poop stain barricade, and stuff like that.
I didn't
for real.
This.
And I had gotten an extra one because they're supposed to be like zombie Transformers, and the thing is, they're supposed to be rusty, and everybody was calling it doo-doo bot, and my son was watching reviews with me where they were calling it, stuff like that. And I had got an extra one. I opened up the box that it came in, and he looked. He's like, "What's in there?" And I showed him what's in there. He's like, "Daddy, I want one of them doo-doo bots." So I did give it to him, and I would show it. I had to get up, but I'll grab it.
Oh Lord, don't
and
get
show
up.
you. Yeah.
You don't have to. Okay, or you can't. Okay. Oh, you scared me for a minute. I didn't think you had pants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We just
I'm not like some. I'm not like
era.
some. I'm not like some YouTubers I could mention. Deluxe.
Oh, for real?
Or famous.
I
don't know if that's actually the case, but that's the rumor that goes around. In every one of his live streams. Deluxe not wearing pants, but so here he is.
You know what the difference is?
This is the doo-doo bot. So
who is that?
This is the doo-doo bot. Yeah.
That's a terrible name. You gave that Transformer. He now has self-esteem issues, I'm sure.
Well, it's okay because he has no spark. He's a zombie.
I don't know. I'm spacing out right now. I'm in another dimension.
That's not unusual.
Yeah, I'm just
looks like Starscream. Who said that? Gunray? It's not Starscream. He looks like Barricade.
He looks like
that's the mold.
Oops, I'm sorry. Hi.
That's somebody else. But Gunray, the Walmart does have a Seeker on that Starscream Cybertronian Tetrajet mode in the rust colors, and people are already giving it the nickname Shitstorm because some of the other have Storm in their name. So
what does it take to be a digital cave queen?
I guess being married to me and putting up with my sorry behind.
When I saw you before before you were on Deluxe's channel. Deluxe, help me out. I don't remember names. That was so 5 minutes ago.
Do what now? Deluxe
Baldwin's channel. And when I saw you on there, I was like, oh my God, he cut his hair. I didn't realize you have it pinned back, but
yeah.
Are you going to do it?
It's all still there.
Yeah. And then I saw you the other day. I'm like, dear God in heaven, you look like Old Man War from like the series finale of Next Generation. I mean, you got the goatee rocking there, but yeah, I've got this doesn't matter, but I've got 2 gray hairs. I got one, and then another one just popped in right here, and they're doing whatever in the hell they want to do. So I'm sure somebody can make a meme about that, but it's like, it's like, what is this? But it's like, it's weird. And, but I'm all gray down here, but yeah, I can't do the long, crazy beard stuff. It just drives me crazy. Like I was swimming today. I went swimming today. It's pool season now. So, I only almost drowned twice last summer. So I'm trying not to drown at all this year. And, because me and water just don't mix. And, but I don't.
Yes, you should see him drink some water.
Okay. I don't drink much water, but let's see. I got one of my. What do I have over here? Oh Lord, watch me drop something. I think you gave me this as a gift. Did you give me this as a gift?
I don't remember. I don't think I gave you that as a gift.
Somebody gave me this as a gift. No, it says like num num, gimme. It's before we knew who Grogu was.
Yes, no. All Baby Yoda merchandise that I purchase goes to the Digital Cave Queen.
Oh, it goes to her.
Yeah,
she gets it.
She likes the Grogu.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think Carano's coming back for this new season? Gina.
I hope Gina Carrano gets Carano. I hope Gina Carano gets to come back when Kathleen's contract does not get renewed.
Well, it's just, I think we realized with the Disney trilogy that they made a mistake. You know, the other day, JJ, there's videos.
Well, I mean, even JJ's come out and said there was no plan.
Yeah.
There was no plan for Star Wars. And, you know, if you watch it, that's really evident. And I don't think that's completely true. I think JJ Abrams had somewhat of a plan for Star Wars. And then Kennedy hired that jackass Rian Johnson, and he just took Star Wars and crapped all over it. And, you know, that's my opinion. Your opinion may differ.
Well,
but
there's
Last
things
Jedi,
I like about it, but
it almost killed Star Wars for me. It was so
bad. If not for Favreau and Filoni and what they did with Mandalorian in just one season, let alone 2 seasons, and getting that Luke Skywalker reveal, even the de-aging, I didn't even care about the de-aging. That was such a moment for people that grew up with Star Wars like you and I, you know, with the original trilogy, that actually saw it in theaters. That was like, oh my gosh, it was one of the brightest moments of my life. And it's sad that while Carrie Fisher was alive, that we never once saw the original cast together. We just needed one scene with them together, you know?
Yeah.
And the new cast, they spent all their time being apart, and they realized there were so many issues with it. I mean, they approached it the wrong way. They tried to be a little too woke on it. And I'm all for representation, but if the story suffers because of that, then, you know, you can't take someone like...
If it's a story, then it's, you know, I'm fine with it. But if it doesn't, you know, if it's just to push an agenda of some kind, I don't appreciate that.
But yeah, it's like hold on a second, got to put somebody else in timeout here. That's a cool thing, you can put people in timeout. I like that. And but my first trolls, I'm excited. I've arrived. But anyway, so what we got on that on the Disney trilogy, just they missed the opportunity that they'll never get back, you know. And somebody said, oh yeah, I gotta show this. Time out, yay. Yeah, we've been warned that this can't go on too long. We'll be on here for hours upon hours
and hours.
And it's a late Friday night. Is it Friday or is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
Shit. I mean, shucks. But I didn't know. I thought today was Friday. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. It's still 2020. I don't even know. Is it 2021? I don't know.
Yes, it's 2021.
It'll be 2022 before you know it.
Yeah, we're about halfway through 2021 now.
It's wild, isn't it? It's crazy. It's like really freakish that everything is flying by so quickly. Yeah, I mean, I just got off of a feature film, which I was so excited to be on. And so I was able to start 2020 out right, because 2020 was just crazy for everybody. I don't want to talk about it. Nobody's ever going to. They're going to skip over when we talk in the future.
We're from 2019 to 2021. What happened to 2020? We don't know. Nobody remembers.
We've talked about this on the Geek Homeworld podcast. That's at geekhomeworld.libsyn.com or wherever you get your podcast at, or here on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that like button. Anyway,
don't forget to ding that bell.
Don't forget to ding that bell. And yeah, but we talked about on an episode about, imagine the year that Marvel had with like 7 in 2019. They had 7 films that crossed the $1 billion mark. And, you know, we were like, wow, that's just a moment in time. That may never happen again. And looking at things, it may be years before that happens again. But imagine if we were in this period of time and the pandemic, instead of it hitting in 2020, hit in 2019. Can you imagine between Avengers,
Man, there would have been
Infinity
people.
War,
There
and
would have been people who
Endgame.
died because it had to be 3 years until they got to see Endgame.
Oh my God,
So that would have been a
been
horrible, horrible wait.
that would have been one of the worst things for
I
geeks
mean,
like us.
we thought it was bad having to wait on Black Widow, which really, is kind of outside that. And
there's a meme that shows help me out. Well, he's now Captain America, but Falcon. I forgot his name. His character's
Anthony
name.
Mackie.
No, what's his character's name? Yeah, Anthony Mackie. But
Sam.
Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Sam
so
Wilson.
Sam's running, and then it's the on your left thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's Black Widow. It says Black Widow above him, and then you see Captain America running by, or Steve Rogers running by, and he's WandaVision, and then the next one's like on your left, don't say it, and then it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's got, and then the next one is like Loki is coming up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Loki this week coming up, and
on
which I've been so
Wednesday,
excited
which
for.
is a weird day.
This is perfect. Whoever at Marvel decided this, you are a genius for thinking of this. But I heard that the reason Loki is coming out on Wednesday is because he does not want to follow Thor's Day, which is Thursday.
Makes sense.
That is freaking
sense.
Brilliant. So I'm like, that sounds like something Loki. That's like something Loki would say, and I think this two series I was excited for was WandaVision, because Vision's one of my favorite characters, and that turned out so differently than I thought. It certainly started out differently, but it was a perfect thing to come out of the pandemic. The Falcon and Winter Soldier was okay, but I felt like it was drawn out. Me personally,
yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there that if it had been a 2-ish hour movie, that wouldn't have been in there.
Middle things would have been cut out.
Yes, but
there were some great moments.
You know what you got to love about Falcon and Winter Soldier? The training montage. They brought back training montages
because we need to see the training. You just can't be a
yes. The only thing that was missing was like the Rocky theme when he was doing his.
Okay, I don't know who this is. I'm just going to pop this on the screen. I don't know who this spoon is.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Nick. Okay. Anyway, thanks for being here. So what were we talking about? Oh, so Loki's
how you get distracted by the chat.
I get distracted by the chat. That is so true. And wow, I'm usually so proud of myself because I'm so prepared, but I was like, let's just get on for a fun chat about, I don't know. I was like, and I was too lazy to make any kind of notes. I'm like, so, I don't know. We were talking about, but imagine if Endgame was split up and like if it came out in 2020, or we had to wait 2 or 3 years for Endgame between Infinity War.
That would have been hell to have to wait that long.
And we see now that Brie Larson may or may not be back. We don't know, or she's going to be sharing.
I think she's going to be back if nothing else, and then to pass the torch.
Yeah,
but I heard, or I saw a rumor on YouTube the other day, and again, this is just a rumor, that Filoni said "F no" to Brie Larson doing Star Wars anything. Take that with a grain of salt, but
yeah. But he's got a plan. He thinks in like half decades to a decade, ahead of, that's why Marvel works where DC doesn't. And
I think Warner Brothers' biggest issue with their DC movies is there is really no planning. They had a bit of a plan, but then there was a creative issue, I think, between Matt Reeves and Affleck about the direction of a Batman movie, and that led to, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, son.
Okay. I just put it on. You said please, so I
Um,
didn't mean to throw you off. I need to stop playing with all these controls.
it's a button you can't resist. I know it.
Yeah. I'm just pushing buttons everywhere.
So I don't remember what I was saying now either.
Sorry, I distracted you. Now I can visually distract you. That's even worse. This is, we were talking about like Brie Larson not being in Star Wars, and he was
Favreau's not. I don't think he's real keen on that. I think she just receives too much backlash.
Yeah,
wherever she goes, and
don't get me wrong, there are things I like. Even in the worst films, I can find something I like. Like, I will defend The Last Stand. That's the worst. It's because it's no longer the worst X-Men movie. Actually, Dark Phoenix, you got a second try, and what did they do?
No, I'll still take Dark Phoenix over The Last Stand.
The Last Stand made sense in the time it was made, but it wasn't true enough to canon, and
I still dislike Brett Ratner
for that. Yeah, you haven't forgiven him. Yeah, you probably never will.
I'm not too sure I should forgive Bryan Singer for leaving to go do Superman Returns.
Yeah,
and Brett Ratner did X-Men 3.
Right,
but
and we got unfortunately that was probably. Well, it was. I enjoyed Superman Returns. I mean,
it was okay, and if you take it for what it was, which was a homage to Superman the movie from 1979, 78, 79.
78, I think.
And so, I mean, and that's all that movie was Bryan Singer loved that movie so much, he wanted to do his homage to it, and right. Warner Brothers gave him some money, turned him loose and said, here, go take care of it. Yeah. Scratch your itch or whatever.
And let's flash forward to Henry Cavill. I hope that somehow they can find a way to keep him as Superman.
Yes, I like Cavill as Superman.
I do too.
Not to say I necessarily liked Man of Steel. I think there was a lot of things that Snyder did in that movie that were just off character for me.
Well, Martha and Jonathan Kent, let him die. It's kind of like, that's not what Jonathan would say to Clark. It's like,
well, any of the movies, even the Christopher Reeve movie, Jonathan Kent dies off, when he's, reasonably young, not
right.
not when he's a child, but right. When he's in his teens. And, the same thing kind of happens in Man of Steel, but in the comic books, he lived for decades.
Yeah.
After that point.
True.
In which he died in the movies.
I forgot about that.
Even in Smallville, even Jonathan Kent was on there for a long time, but he still died when Clark was very much a young man.
Right, before he put on the suit,
and
reluctant.
So it seems like in the comic books, Jonathan Kent is a staple that he kind of has to be there, but for film and TV, it's something where he has to die in order to push Clark forward.
Right. So it's just, there's that. There's a lot of parallels to that, and growing up and taking on the mantle of Superman, and Smallville was always about Clark. It wasn't about Superman, and the no flights, no tights, and they broke that a couple times, and then obviously the last episode, and then having the music, and all that, and
then we come to find out in the Arrowverse, when they do their the crossover, he decided to give up his Superman powers.
Yeah, I was like, and we were like, okay, what kind of suit is he gonna wear?
And here comes Lex Luthor. Here's some kryptonite. Kryptonite, I gave up my powers, dummy.
Yeah, I'm like, no one saw that one coming. So, yeah, and let's talk about the Arrowverse for a minute. And I'm almost ready to say R.I.P. to the Arrowverse. It's pretty dead. dead. But the only thing, and I don't even want to include it in the Arrowverse, but Superman and Lois is blowing me away. It is exactly.
And in fact, I'm a few episodes behind right now since it's come. I haven't watched any of the episodes since it came back on from its little, hiatus.
Did you get to the big reveal?
Probably if it happened before the hiatus, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. You're about to, yeah. I can't say anything else, and I told you to probably tell me to shut up.
I did see the part where the guy who was chasing him all over the place was Lex Luthor from another.
There you go.
Another universe, yes.
Okay, we won't. But yeah, Superman and Lois strikes the right chord. This last episode was probably one of the most emotional ones, and I'm not going to say what character, but I just feel like there's two things I love about the show. I like the brothers, that they still, because you think one's going to turn on the other, and that may eventually happen. Who knows? But I like that they're brothers, and that, they kind of stick together. They got each other's back. I like the family unit of it too. I like the fact that we've never really seen Kal-El have to deal with, being a father and to have,
right.
essentially twin boys. And when you get to that last episode, it's going to kind of blow your mind in some ways, but I can't talk about it more because I do not want to spoil it.
Yes, don't spoil it, because
but
things happen.
There are I don't even want to talk about what I've seen online about Spider-Man
and
what's coming. It's
going to be big. Flash. I haven't even bothered to watch Flash.
I watch Emergency Awesome. That's a great channel to follow if you haven't subbed that.
Yes, I have seen.
And a guy named Charlie, he does like every kind of thing, and he even has gotten to the point where he's like, I'm just really not feeling this season of Flash. I mean, the first episode of this season was just painful to get through, and I can say the same thing about it. The ratings took a hit for Superman and Lois when they stuck a Supergirl in the middle there. And it's because, they had a COVID situation on that production. So they had to shut the production down temporarily. And so I'm just happy we're into June and I've still got shows coming on. I've got something, I have to wait till September or something like that. And everything about what they're doing with Superman and Lois is great. Except Lana is an interesting character, how her character is portrayed there.
Yes, and her husband,
I can't say any more about, we can't talk about him because that's getting in the spoiler territory.
I can't think of his name, but what I've seen, and he's been on there, he reminds me of her husband from Superman 3.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, you remember we had a disagreement, and I was like, "No, that was in."
Yeah, you were like, "That was in Superman 4."
There was something else.
I was like, "No, that was in Superman 3, the Richard Pryor episode."
Yeah, the Richard Pryor episode. That's how big Richard Pryor was back in the day. People even
he
people
could headline.
Even know that
he was actually the headliner of Superman 3, not Christopher Reeves, and that was a shame.
And that
movie really suffered for it. And not to say there weren't some hilarious.
Oh yeah,
parts in that movie. I mean, there were. It's just, Superman 2 is always going to be my favorite of the Christopher Reeve movies.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Superman 2
is your favorite.
Kneel before Zod.
And
oh my God, no, Zod.
Would you care to step outside, General? I mean,
yeah.
Everything.
And my God, there were so many product placements in that movie. Ridiculous. It was like the Coca-Cola sign, the Marlboro truck. I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Remember, the guy walks out the door from Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the guy on the roller skates goes blowing by when they're using their super breath.
That was probably left over from the disco era and all, but it's like,
well, I mean, it was like, what
was it
was that?
1980?
1980. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like disco was still kind of about to die out.
Yeah.
And
It was on its last legs, I
it was
think.
on its last legs. It was rolling right off screen. And
while we're talking about Superman 2, for anyone who has not seen Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, you should watch it.
It's required. It's required viewing.
There are some differences. I don't really care about the way that he ended the movie, but the theatrical release, I don't really care about the way they ended that movie either. Where he
you should watch Star Wars Theory. I actually Digital Cave Boy.
He watches that a lot.
He just hit 3 million subs.
Oh, did he? Wow.
Yeah, and his Vader Shards of the Past or whatever it was called, that fan film was fantastic. And I even tried to get aboard on one of his productions, but I apparently had to make the grade on it. But and he had a stream on tonight that I was watching earlier, and which kind of made me want to get on here and talk about Star Wars myself. And but yeah, Star Wars Theory is probably my favorite Star Wars channel, and I love how the content he's done over the years. It comes from a true fan that he loves what he does and his story of growing up, and I think he dealt with cancer and stuff like that.
What's his name? Mike Zero, which I know you and I have talked about him.
Yeah,
I mean, his name should be Mike Buzzword.
Well, you got to feed that algorithm, but
you
it's
got to
apparently
feed that.
Working for him.
He dang sure feeds it because he's getting the views out the wazoos.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing, and it's harder and harder to be on top of things. You have to, it's like I watched WandaVision, and I imagined that I would jump on here live or something and talk about every episode, but I don't know. It was weird, and I didn't do that through. I thought that it would have been perfect programming for my channel here to do that, but I didn't really feel like I really wanted to enjoy it. And
the first 2 episodes were just
brilliant. They were brilliant in the big picture.
If you watch the whole thing together, it's brilliant. Right. But when you're watching it on a weekly basis,
I'm like, it better pick up by the next one. I
mean, what the hell's going on here?
My wife and me were watching it.
Pick up and
and we're like, what is this?
Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first scene of it, bam, you're in the middle of some action.
Oh my God, the very first scene with Falcon.
Yes.
And I was like, this is what we signed up for.
I don't know if did you catch that dude was Bartrock?
Yeah, I saw a video today.
Winter Soldier.
On some channel, I'm subscribed to so many channels on YouTube, and it's just different topics about everything. But yeah, I ended up coming across the top 10 villains with no superpowers or whatever. And of course they mentioned Zemo and they mentioned, what is it? Bartrock. Yeah. Where he was fighting Captain America, and what was that? And that was Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah. The first one on the ship.
He went toe to toe to him for a bit. And then he was in, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Or Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No. That wasn't until the end.
Right. You're right. That was very end, which I thought was classy how that ended.
Yeah.
But the whole feel of it for me, WandaVision, maybe because I was so invested in the characters, but now we're hearing that Kevin
Feige,
thank you, did not, all those commercials that we had in WandaVision were all going to be attempts by Doctor Strange, to contact Wanda.
I've
and he was the person that was supposed to show up at the end, but Kevin came out and said he didn't want, and this is according to reports, these are not my words, but they're
it's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Or
it's a rumor, but from the reports that I've seen, more than one, they said that they wanted they didn't want a white man to come swoop in and solve her problems. Whether that's true or not, I mean, but the thing about it is, it would have been nice. Of course, I would have loved to see Doctor Strange in there, and that would have all made more sense. But for me, when I think about it, I think it was important in WandaVision for him not to be there. The way
Yes,
they did
because
it,
I mean, if he'd have
she
showed up,
needed to
would
work
she have
through that.
ended up with the Darkhold? No way,
No,
Jose.
she
He'd
wouldn't
have
have.
took that on with him. No, Wanda, that's too
Right.
dangerous. You can't have that. I have Agamotto. Take it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be. I can't wait for Multiverse of Madness. I think that's gonna be one of that's the next one. Well, other than of course Loki.
Yeah, we got Loki, and then Black Widow drops
Black Widow
in July now.
Yes, July. It's looking like it, and I don't want them to keep pushing it off because I'm afraid I'm going to lose interest in Black
what
Widow.
comes
But
after
it looks
that?
fantastic.
Eternals, right?
Eternals, yeah.
Eternals is next.
By the way,
I'm kind of intrigued by that.
I'm intrigued, and that's what scares
characters
me.
that I am. I'm vaguely familiar with some of the characters.
I watched a video on the other day, but the thing is, I'm not as excited as I want to be about it. Which
that's
I
because
hope it will surprise me.
At this point, it's like they're getting into a lot of characters that people are not going to be aware of. The phase 1, you had
but look
Captain
what they did
America,
with Guardians
you had
of the
Thor,
Galaxy.
you had Iron Man. Those are all people.
Staples.
Everybody knows who Captain America is. Everybody knows who Iron Man is.
Right.
Everybody might know who Thor is, but the majority of people know who those characters are. And then in phase 1, like you said, Guardians of the Galaxy, who practically nobody knew who they were. Right. I was vaguely familiar with who they were from reading comics a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot.
Yeah, they actually showed on the Vision. Not Vision. What was I watching? The Silver Surfer cartoon from like 1998.
Oh God, that was so...
It wasn't horrible, but it was.
It wasn't it wasn't as bad as the Fantastic Four and Iron Man from the 90s.
That was bad, but yeah. Okay, somebody has a question.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, he has a question, and we'll see if we answer it.
Just don't ask us what the topic of this video is, because we don't know.
and let it be something nice. Okay, so we may have a question coming in, so I'm watching the chat on that. Oh no. Okay.
Goodbye.
Gone. Okay. Anyway, so as we were saying, what were we saying? I
don't remember. I'm so easily distracted in my old age.
Me too. Me too. But the WandaVision turned out like it should have, and
I think so. Yeah,
I still think it was a much better series than Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier had its moments.
I think there was a lot more story going on,
right,
in WandaVision than there was in.
It was the possibilities for where it could go were just we didn't know. You didn't really know. But for me, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Zemo had too much latitude to move around. We saw Sharon was the power broker. We kind of knew that.
I thought that was I didn't know that until like it was at the end, and it was like, okay. Oh yeah, blam blam, I'm the power broker. But you know what? You're dead.
This is my prediction that she was a Skrull.
Skrull. Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, because I don't
think Q-Fester and I talked about that too, about the possibility.
I believe she was a Skrull. And they were when they went to Madripoor, people were losing their stuff because they're like, "Oh my God, Wolverine!"
And there was one scene where, like, they're walking down the street going to that bar, and you see a sign on there that says the Princess Bar, which during the Wolverine comic book series, his monthly comic,
right,
was a place that he often frequented in Madripoor.
Okay.
When he wore the eye patch and the white suit and. Okay, son, what is your question?
What's your question? And we're waiting.
It's going to take you a minute to type.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You should see me typing. I'll go back and I'll send people messages, and things are so misspelled that I'm like, "Come on, spell check." And now it's
you're always changing my words when I don't want you to, and
it's like I say and it goes AMD, and I'm like, why would you do that? That's not a word. That's a processor. AMD processors. If they even make them anywhere, I don't know.
Oh, do you watch Vader's Fortress? He wants to know.
Do I know what that is? No, I don't. I don't know what that is.
I'm assuming it's a YouTube channel.
No, I don't watch it. Maybe I'll definitely check it out and see. You know, thanks for the heads up on that. And somebody was going live on Discord. I thought it was me. That's where I might have got some of these trolls from, because I just put a message in.
Maybe. Well, I put one in a timeline's general server on Discord, so that may be where some of them came from too.
Well,
I won't make that mistake again.
Me either. So, what were we talking about? So, like Zemo and stuff like So
I like the fact that they finally showed that Zemo actually was a Baron. So he is Baron Zemo.
And he's like,
and I like the fact that he wore the mask.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think it was just complete fan service. The mask was. And but have you've been watching Bad Batch?
Yeah, I don't know if was there an episode. I might have missed
there was
the latest
one Friday.
I missed I'm trying to think, because they were on the planet with the girl, which I think she's a Jedi or something. That's my guess.
There's definitely something that the Kaminoans don't want the Empire to know about.
I think they did a good job with the Kaminoans. Yeah, those people.
Yeah, the ones with the big long necks.
I think they did a really good job of getting the voices and the look of them right from,
Oh, I think so too. I think so too.
And
I'm intrigued by they're straight up using the animation from that last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And which is fine because I enjoy it.
I do too. Bad Batch is wonderful. I mean, Lucasfilm is just about firing on all cylinders.
And when you're talking about Star Wars animation and you say Lucasfilm, you mean Dave Filoni.
I mean Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Yeah, right now I mean Dave Filoni, because he's doing Bad Batch and all that. Yeah, Filoni can do no wrong at this point. You know, he's almost too good to be true. I think I really feel like he is a clone of
he's a clone of George Lucas.
Of George Lucas. We had maybe Kathleen Kennedy was the first one that didn't work.
The
prototype.
She's a clone of a clone.
But you know what? She for whatever you want to say is she had a couple billion, more than $1 billion movie come out, even though,
Well, you know what? That was just riding on the name. That's all it was, because it sure wasn't from the content. And, I say that. I don't really have a whole lot of bad things to say about The Force Awakens. I enjoyed that movie. It was basically J.J. Abrams' homage to A New Hope.
Yeah, and I was like,
and it worked.
Okay,
it worked. And
it worked.
Ryan Johnson just pissed all over everything. And
had they had a general storyline to follow, it would have made.
Well, I think Abrams had somewhat of an outline, and then Johnson come in and he just, hey, here's this outline you had, JJ.
Yeah, and
I'm going to do my own thing because I like to upset expectations.
Yeah, subverting expectations is nice sometimes, but the way he did it in this with Luke, he destroyed a character. Wars. I have a problem when you have an established character. This character has been around for 40 plus years at this point. And we know a certain way from everything we've ever heard about him. Yeah, it's okay that we showed even I will give him this. If he would have left Octo. Okay. If he would have left there with her like they wanted, or he didn't have to, he could have shown up. But the fact that he showed up as a Force Ghost projection, it would have been better for him to show up in person, or something. And there was just, even Mark Hamill knew. He felt like the one guy who should know the character.
Yeah,
said, this isn't Luke Skywalker.
When you have an actor who has played this character for 3 movies and been intimately involved with this character for over 40 years, comes to you and says, "Hey, I don't think this is how the character would act." That should tell you are doing something wrong.
Exactly. When he should have listened. I mean, and then Mark Hamill got to the point where he's like, well, there's only so much I can say. And the fact that for a year they were able to keep secret that he did the
Mandalorian
thing,
that was amazing.
That was freaking amazing. And I'm like, there's no way that's Luke Skywalker. It didn't even occur to me when I saw the one X-wing coming.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even think that was possible.
My very first thought was X-wing. Oh, that's Luke. No, it can't be Luke. Yeah. We'd have known about it.
I didn't even think it could have been
Ahsoka.
Luke.
She's flying an X-wing somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow Ahsoka got an X-wing,
and then it started showing, footage on the video monitors of a lightsaber slashing up these dark troopers, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's Ahsoka. You can't really tell because of the cloak, but then
it that point
it starts showing color,
purposely fuzzy on the screen there,
and then you see the lightsaber is green, and you're like, holy crap!
Well, when he comes around the corner and you see the black, when I saw the black glove and the green lightsaber, I'm like,
that was
oh my god, this
is
happening.
It is Luke. I was right at the very first.
Cutting through him like butter and then just at the end, just the
hallway scene when that last dude, he just crushes him like a damn beer can.
And I'm like, now we know Luke recycles. And then that shot where the doors open and he's almost Vader, basically. He's wearing the black and the green.
Yeah, I've seen where a lot of people are comparing that scene to the hallway scene in Rogue One at the end.
Oh, somebody did a video of them side by side, like, yeah.
And there are some similarities, and I don't think that was what they were going for, but I do see where the similarities
like father, like son kind of thing, And so I'm like, yeah.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah, I can't wait for Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever it's going to be called. I'm excited, and we're going to see Vader in the suit.
I'm excited, and I'm trying to stay away from
every kind of spoiler.
Yes, I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I want it to be like WandaVision every week and say what's next. Yeah.
And which we knew a little bit about what was coming from WandaVision, which we knew there was going to be that Halloween episode where they dressed up in comic-esque,
which
outfits.
Was fantastic. But the whole Ralph Boner thing, come on now. I mean, if ever they were trying to get us guessing, to do that. It felt like a cop out, but I don't know. It was a good joke. It was a good it was more like an April Fool's joke, but just to call it all that for a Ralph Boner kind of joke,
Yeah.
But
at least it wasn't Boner from Growing Pains.
Maybe it was. We don't know. But I'm excited where it's all going, and I'm excited that that we've still got so much. There's so much more to tell.
Yeah. I mean, what Marvel shows are you really excited about? Stuff that they've announced, but we haven't seen anything.
We've seen Loki. I'm trying to think what's beyond that.
I'm excited for Loki, but
I'm very excited. For Loki.
It's here next week. It's here.
Yeah.
What's next? I'm kind of excited to see what they do with She-Hulk.
Yeah, it's filming now, and they've already shown. What's his name in the motion capture suit? Mark Ruffalo. So
Ruffalo.
We already know he's going to be
definitely going to be in it.
So I'm hearing Matt Murdock might be in it too.
Well, we already know he's showing up in Spider-Man.
Yeah, so why not?
But seeing as how Spider-Man's going to be universe hopping in the next movie, we don't know if
we think he's
going to be in the right universe. We don't know if he's going to be in a different universe. Is Netflix stuff a universe on its own? Are they going to try to integrate parts of it?
Did you see the Michael Keaton Batman picture that came out? The logo?
I did.
And it has the blood on it, which reminded me of Watchmen. I don't know, the yellow on the
the smiley face.
But it's got blood on there. I'm thinking that he's going to be maybe Keaton's Batman's going to be a version of Old Man Batman or something. I don't know. Or maybe, who knows? I mean,
well, he's definitely going to be older.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Unless they, spend a lot of money to de-age him. WB ain't got that kind of cash right now.
No.
Not after this Discovery merger and
yeah.
and AT&T. Hey, let's shine this turd and sell it off.
Well,
and that's basically what they're doing.
They're basically, from what I understand on that merger, they lost the money. They looked at it. They came in like a cable company or a phone company, basically, I should say, and thought they were going to run this. And when they almost shut DC Comics down completely. And it's kind of good that they sold it. And then if it ends up on their Marvel, then that seems like that clears the way for Avengers versus,
Yeah.
Which those comics were pretty good. So we'll see if they live up to the source material. But
yeah, I don't know. I heard Amazon was taking a hard look at the purchase on there.
I wonder if this isn't the person keeps changing their name or whatever.
We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute when they start talking about dinks.
Yeah, childish and stupid. But okay. I'm running out of space on my recorder over here, so we may have to bring this stream to an end. If whatever your name was, if anybody has any questions, ask them real quick because I've got probably about 5 minutes left. If there's anything you want to ask us, we're talking here with Digital Caveman. Your channel's what?
Digital Caveman Presents, where I review action figures.
A lot of Transformers. If you're a Transformers fan, that's probably the place you want to go first and check it out.
I don't know about first, but I'd appreciate it if you came there first.
Yeah. And we go way, way back. And
yes, in fact, just for you, I'm going to review this.
I'm Jar Jar 3PO. Remember, you got a 3PO?
Yeah, I do have a 3PO. I can put him in the review for you too.
There you go, Jar Jar 3PO. But so you want to check out Digital Caveman Presents, and he's doing a fantastic job with a lot of videos that I've been impressed with your content coming out, and it's getting better, and I can see your techniques getting better, like we talked about.
Yes, and your something that I've learned. Yes, consistency is key apparently for YouTube. The Galvatron video that I just watched, I did a search for Galvatron reviews this morning, and I came up 4th.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. Either there's not a lot of reviews out there for him, or
Well, you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's good content, and you're growing your channel. So maybe go over there and subscribe to Digital Caveman Presents on YouTube and thumbs up those videos, smash that like button, and maybe you'll hit the subscribe button here on Geek Homeworld, and hopefully we'll have more content like this. And we got a lot on the Geek Homeworld site here, so maybe you'll become a subscriber. I'm sorry. Call to action. Subscribe right now and hit a thumbs up on this video and any others. And thanks for being on. Thanks for taking time because okay, my recording is stopped. My Rodecaster Pro says I'm done. Oops. Oh well.
You burned me up, dude.
Anyway.
Yes, and, don't forget to ding that bell, people.
There you go. From the Digital Caveman Queen herself. And it's good to see you. Quote unquote. So cool. This was a fun StreamYard version, live version. Maybe I'll just do it the simple way instead of doing things the most difficult way.
Stop doing things the hard way, man.
Yeah, I know.
You remember that thing they used to tell you at Walmart? Work smarter, not harder. This is a place where you can actually put that into action.
Into action, yeah.
Couldn't always do that at Old Wally World, but
no. Times have changed. Well, anyway, thank you for being here. This was extremely long.
No problem. I know you've been after me for months.
Then I was upset. I'm going to admit it on the live stream here. I was upset when I say, "Oh, you're going to be live on someone else's channel, but you won't come on." Okay, yeah, I got upset. And I was a little. I ain't gonna say what I was, but I was that
PO'd.
Yes. I was a little PO'd, but I got over it. Get over
But it's
it.
okay. I'm here now.
You're here now, and this is only just the beginning. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I gotta go. It's Sunday, I guess.
Yes, it's Sunday now.
It's Sunday now. We did this for an entire day. I'm supposed to, oh, I gotta ask you this real quick, apparently, from the digital cave.
We got it up. It's full of water.
So it's no longer breeding zombies.
It's no longer breeding zombies. Different pool.
Different pool. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's not like Zack Snyder's thing. I just saw that zombie. I enjoyed it, but it was with Dave Bautista.
I can't believe you watched a zombie movie.
I did. I watched it at Zack Snyder. I had to watch it. And yeah, with somebody I know said that's the worst thing Zack Snyder's ever done. I'm like, ouch. Some of the reviews on it are pretty bad. But I enjoyed it. It's just I don't know. There were parts
of the Netflix one, right? The Netflix one.
Yeah, it's Netflix. Yeah. It's worth watching, but it's not terrible. But I enjoyed it. But
have you watched Invincible?
Yes.
On Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't finished it yet, but I've been watching it. I was going to say, if you haven't been watching it, you watch it.
I watched that. Yeah,
I watched the first episode and I was like,
yeah, the wife was sitting here with me and we were watching it, and she got up in the middle of it after, he basically kills everybody in the round there, the heroes, and she's like, she looks at me and just walks out of the room, and it's like, well, I've got to watch the second episode now. I've got to know what happens.
And the voice casting for what's his name, Omni-Man.
Yeah.
The fact that, the character looks like J.K. Simmons, and then they cast J.K. Simmons for the voice. Oh,
brilliant. I was like, he's a menace.
Yes.
Another one, they just announced that they basically let the people out of their contracts for Jupiter's Legacy. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of it so far.
They're coming back with like a Eve, like I guess the bad guy version of it or something. But yeah, people are upset about that. And I watched it because it just looked over the top, like goofy. But I will admit it does the whole kind of thing like they did on Arrow, which I never watched a lot of the flashback scenes. I know that was important. I just wanted to see what was going on,
Oh, you didn't like the island scenes?
They just started to grate on my nerves after a while. I was like, come on, get going with it. And, but yeah, there's some very pivotal flashback scenes, and it comes to the end of the season or whatever, and it's left wide open because it doesn't answer the questions. You kind of get where you think you should be, and then it's like over, and you're like, oh, okay, well, we need a second season. We need something, so. But there's a big fan outcry for it, even though it looks on the surface very cheesy, but some of the fights are pretty dang incredible.
And we were talking about the Arrowverse and CW earlier, and I forgot to mention, I'm looking forward to them bringing Stargirl back.
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed
she's going to be in
the
a crossover with Flash and I guess Supergirl.
Ain't no crossover this year.
They said something about a crossover with Stargirl. I don't know if it's
maybe
true.
Next
Superman.
year. I don't think it's happening this year.
I meant next year.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020 is
but Stargirl I thought was really well done.
I never actually finished the season. I started watching it and then got 10 or 12 on my DVR. Never like finished them.
Oh come on, man! They're on
I've heard they're
CW.com.
good. I've heard they're good.
Or the streaming app. You can watch it on there. I enjoyed it.
There's a new Justice League I saw. We were out shopping, and I saw Justice League and World War II, Justice Society.
Yes. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for him to drop it on HBO Max.
Oh my gosh! You know what I watched again? Probably for the second time.
Did you watch Young Justice?
I need to finish watching it. I've still got some episodes.
Third season is the season we never got to see on Cartoon Network,
right?
And they're supposed to be dropping another one this summer.
Yeah, but I saw Superman Red Son, and I was amazed how good that was. Is.
Awesome.
It really, really held up, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like, this is very good.
I don't know.
I have the novelization.
Did Gotham by Gaslight drop on there yet? I don't remember seeing Gotham by Gaslight on HBO Max, but if it hasn't dropped on there yet, when it drops, watch it.
Oh,
It
the
was
Batman.
awesome.
I'm hearing bad
Where
things
he's like
about.
the Victorian era Batman.
Right. I felt like there was one that you did not like way back in the day that came out.
Gotham Knight, the very second one. Very second DC Universe
That's
animated.
like the only thing I think they've ever really missed on. Because almost
everything else is
has
great.
been spectacular.
Now you go back and look at Death of Superman that they've done now, and you go back and look at that very first one that they did, the Death of Superman, and that first one seems kind of lackluster now, but it was the first one. But still, after all of the DC animated movies that I have watched, New Frontier is still my favorite.
New Frontier is very good. Flashpoint
was good.
Possibly one of them.
And
it might be my second favorite or favorite.
The last one in that series, Apocalypse War, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War was amazing.
That one looks really strange. I don't know that I've watched that. I've seen
you should watch that one.
It gets pretty.
It's the end of there. You know how they go from Flashpoint into War, and then they had a whole series of movies in that one universe that was kind of New 52-ish.
That battle with Darkseid and Supergirl, Justice League War, I've watched that. That might be my favorite of all of them. I really enjoyed Justice League War. I just think it hit on all the right notes. It was the Darkseid we needed to see. And he's like, and this is when they started getting more PG-13 to now they're just straight up R rated. But the one that
some of them are like that Batman,
the Killing Joke, I cannot watch that again.
Really?
I cannot watch it again.
The only issue that I had with that one was the stuff that they added at the first of it with Batgirl. Yeah. That wasn't part of the original story.
Right.
But as far as the rest of it, I mean, that was the only thing that could have made that movie better was if they were able to make the animation look more like Brian Bollard's artwork. That's the only thing they could have done better in that movie.
It was just so graphic. I just feel like it went on some of the scenes, just really went way too far. I had kind of like the feeling I had when, Glenn and them get their heads bashed in on Walking Dead. And I never really, I might've returned for part of the next season.
But here's the thing, man, it is almost the comic book in animation form, panel for panel.
Yeah. Now, Flashpoint.
The fact that they got
the quickest
Mark Hamill to come back and play the Joker
was very
because
good.
he has wanted to do that story
forever. Yeah, he is definitely one of the best Jokers. I mean, I refuse to say, other than saying Jared Leto's Joker is the worst, I refuse to say.
Do we even have to count him?
Right. And but yeah, I refuse to say which is the best Joker, but Mark Hamill is definitely one of the best Jokers.
Oh, I know which Joker you like the best.
They've got they got a new Batman coming out that's going to be like the animated series. It's a Batman animated series.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close to the style of the one that was the big hit.
And, I hope it is a direct sequel to it because we've gotten. But I would like to see more stuff in that universe, in the animated series universe.
Mr. Freeze was one of my favorite characters in there. How they did.
I would like to see him do a continuation of Batman the animated series.
I want to see.
I would like to see more
Batman
stuff
Beyond.
In the the Justice League stuff because that's all in the same universe. And they did those two movies. They did Batman and Harley Quinn. Which
I haven't watched that yet.
You haven't watched that? It seems okay. It's a little more heavily on if Batman the animated series was strictly made for adults.
Right.
It's a more in that vein. And then there's Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
Wow.
Which they haven't come right out and said that is part of that animated Justice League, Batman, Superman.
There was
animated universe, but
when Superman fought, I know he's not Captain Britain, but it was the guy that had the psychic powers, and then Superman gave him like the lobotomy and all that.
You are talking about
What am I
when you're talking about the Justice Lords in the animated series.
That was
when
pretty good. I enjoyed that.
That one, the Justice Lord Superman came into the regular Justice League's universe, and he was, being Superman, and he lobotomized Doomsday with his heat vision.
But he also, that one where he just like the Amazonians was that where the Amazonians were fighting a whole bunch of Doomsdays, and he just like heat visioned them all.
No, that was something different.
I'm getting confused. Okay, but I'm talking about the one that had the guy with the hat, and he would do something. It was one of those ones. It wasn't like the best, but I remember that, and they were on the moon at some point, and then Superman came down the Earth.
Was it? Crisis on Two Earths? Was it that one?
It might have.
Where they were fighting the Injustice League?
No, it wasn't that one. That was a pretty decent one. I have to.
James Woods as Owlman. That was awesome.
Yeah, which is basically Batman.
Yeah. Evil Batman.
Evil Batman. I'm Batman. All right. Well, I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna hit the little outro here.
Okay.
and thank you, everybody. Go.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe if you want to see more live streams like this. And don't forget to ding that bell so that you will be notified when Geek Homeworld drops new content at some point in the future.
Well, I've got some stuff coming, so I've got a lot of stuff coming. So now maybe I'll have some more time. I'm not working on a feature now, but hopefully I'll get back on something soon. But I'm going to try to make more content here, and I thank everybody who showed up, even the trolls. It still helped
still a view.
It's still a view. And hopefully my subs will go up, but we're still growing the YouTube presence here, and so I'm learning it. All righty, well, thank you, Digital Caveman. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure.
And,
my pleasure.
You'll have to have me on your show, I guess. I guess we have to, I don't know. And I'll be like, I just realized watching your content that I know practically nothing about the Transformers.
Yes, and I got a comment on Discord the other day. From Arachnia, actually, if you're still watching, she's probably not.
Yeah.
And it ran along some of the lines of what you said about you don't know anything about the characters, and it would be nice to include something like that.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking about doing, there's a guy on YouTube named Chris McFeely, and he does these Transformers the Basics.
Right.
Episodes, and he'll pick a character, and he'll start with their G1 presence, the cartoon, and he'll go through all the iterations through all the different shows and comics and stuff like that, and he'll show all the different toys, and it's really interesting. So what I thought, instead of trying to emulate that, is just start putting links to his videos in my video, so that if somebody wants to know more about him, they can click on and watch his video.
But I always knew you were a Transformers fan, and I knew that you knew a lot about Transformers because we talked about Bayformers and all that. But I didn't realize how deep your knowledge was, and I got a question for you that I was thinking about, and of course, had I planned this out, I would have had
asked
more
it early.
Yeah, or planned out more questions. But are you buying all these figures that you're getting? I mean,
yes.
So you're like spending.
Yes, and you cannot. It's not a business expense that you can claim on your taxes.
Right. Well. Well, I was just wondering because
I had that idea hit me one day. It's like, I wonder if I can claim this stuff on my taxes. Nope.
But yeah, I was like, he's got to be spending a lot of money because he's doing all these unboxings, and it's kind of like when you start getting on that roll, you gotta keep the fresh content, the new content, and
Yeah, this year's probably not going to be quite as intense for the wallet. at least Transformer wise, because
Right.
the line that they're running now, the Kingdom line, which is still in the War for Cybertron trilogy, it's, you know, half the line is basically Beast Wars.
Okay.
And, you know, Beast Wars is not my jam. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If somebody likes it, you know, that's fine. It's just not my thing. I don't know what it is, but a robot turning into an organic creature, just there's something about that just don't make sense to me.
Right.
And I don't get it. But fortunately, that part of the line, Q-Fessor is collecting, and he's offered that when he gets those Beast Wars figures from the Kingdom line, he's going to loan them to me so that I can do reviews on them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Working with other creators, content creators within your niche.
You know, I'm trying to get him more involved in the stuff, but you know,
yeah,
he's spraying bugs all day.
Oh, here's the cue for us to finally end it, because I don't know how to end it.
All right, play your outro.
Okay, I'm playing the outro. Thank you. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Geek Homeworld with your host, Zemo. You can find us on Livestream, Google Plus. Follow and interact with us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on iTunes and leave a review. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Read our thoughts on blog. See you again on the Geek Homeworld.
Yeah, I think it's time to update that.
Yeah, I got to update that. All right. Thank y'all, everybody. Bye. End broadcast.
Awkward.